Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to the closing session for the final presentation of the first of its kind AuthorTube Writing Conference here on YouTube. We are indeed, checking an audio issue there. We are going to indeed explore our favorite parts and how we feel like moving forward with the writing lives that we have ahead of us since this conference is now ending. I'm Jenna O'Malley, your sole writer, one of the founders for the AuthorTube Writing Conference, and of course joined by my partner. Please give her a big round of applause for this huge idea. Hello, Shannon.
Hi, well, thank you for that great introduction, and thank you to Jenna as well. Even though I may have thought of this idea, it took me and Jenna sitting down saying, hey, how can we make this work? And, both of us working together, trying to make it the best that we could for everybody, to make it a great place for everyone to learn more about writing, more in depth, and publishing. And of course, I'm Shannon, like she said. I write under the pen name SD Houston. And we're also going to find out who the giveaway winners are tonight as well, or today. It's not really tonight yet for me, but which we'll announce after the feedback form closes at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So if you had not had a chance to do it yet, you still have time. You have 28 minutes to fill out your forms for everybody that you've attended. And again, right, you can fill out as many as you've been to, just not multiple ones on the same presentation.
Yep, we'll go in and double check, and there's a way you can sort to make sure it's the correct name with the only one time and so on. So there are filters for that, fair warning. So Shannon, what was your favorite part so far this weekend, and what have you learned that you're going to end up taking with you into the rest of your author career?
Well, one, like I think you mentioned it a few times, we seem to have like this unstated theme through the conference of writer mindset. And so having that keynote speaker of D.L. Roberts kicking off with that whole writer mindset, right? Not comparing yourself to anybody. That was a great way. So I was like, yeah, I'm pumped up. Let's go. Let's do this. But I also, I wrote down a lot of notes here. One thing I'm not good at are titles and blurbs. And so Rachel, I don't know, I can't say her last name right, but Lackminsing, her, writer secret to titling, the art of titling your work. The way she broke down how to approach titles was just, wow, that was mind blowing. I never thought of it like that. I didn't know you could break it down into those type of steps and be able to come up with the title. And I feel more confident moving forward. And then I went to the Blurb Medics, Liz Potter today with the blurbs, and she concentrated mostly on headlines, but she did go into a lot of other things, and even marketing, how it all works towards marketing, having that good headline. And it was all you guys, there was really so many more that I really, really loved. And I can't wait to go back and see more of them. So what about for you, Jenna?
And I'm sorry if I'm dual screening a little hard here at the moment, guys, gals, and pals. The tech issues got everybody today, me included. So for me, I think this weekend, like how you said, kind of with Dale, waking up, getting his start set the tone for the whole weekend. And as someone who's in the middle of a rebrand and currently also writing a business plan to break away from production companies to make her own, not working with people who are, trad published only kind of business, I have a lot to step back and think about over the next couple of weeks as I finish up my summer semester while teaching.
Well, let's go ahead and bring in our first group of guest speakers and special guest speakers. Hello, welcome everybody.
Hello, everyone. So many familiar faces, and many of them we've seen today. Hello.
We actually, I brought on Heather, which I think you are not coming on until a little bit later, right? Did I bring you in early?
A little bit, but it's okay. I think we were waiting for Natalie.
Else. Yeah.
Want to go ahead and switch? If Natalie hears us in the chat, because I know Natalie was one of the
come back later. Yeah.
Kind of went within the last couple of hours, is why I'm hinting that.
Okay. And so I say we keep Heather in, and we'll just keep along with it. Yeah.
Perfect. Oh. So for all of our presenters on screen today, what's been your favorite? Is it something you did or heard today? Oh, I'm sorry. I misread. Let's introduce them properly. I'm sorry. This is what happens when you mark a chat and don't mark your screen to keep track of yourself. I'm sorry. Haley, please introduce yourself, my dear.
And tell us what you presented to.
Awesome, I will. So, hi guys, my name is Haley. My YouTube channel is Haley Writes, and I was a part of 2 presentation panels, workshop things, call it what you will, today during the July 17th. So I was in session 12 and session 14. So the first one was on my channel. It was called The Creative Grind, finding ways to find time to write during the midst of a working life. So it was all about the breaking down that healthy creative grind, healthy working writer habits versus the unhealthy starving artist kind of stereotype. So finding ways to find time to write while working, while doing school, while doing other things. So definitely all about that writing mindset that Shannon was talking about earlier. We just went more in depth on that during that panel. And then I was just on Corey and Davis's channel doing dimensional scenes revision writing workshop. So if you're interested in that, definitely check that out. It was really fun. We took a look at some samples of our writing. So for Corey, it was a sample from her project Clockwork, where she is currently revising through her Mel Mad Editor Laboratories things that she does. So if you're interested in like major revision stuff, definitely check out Corey's channel, because we're all about that on her and my channels. We do a ton of revision stuff. So then we took a look at that. I had excerpts from draft 3 and draft 5 of one of my short stories as well, and we kind of talked about what we changed. And then we had a workshop portion of it where we had a very fast written thing that Corey wrote, and we talked about ways to revise and ways of making it better, and then took questions and all of that kind of stuff. So it was really fun. So yeah, if you missed those, definitely check them out. It was a good time. We had fun. But yeah, I normally do a lot of writing vlogs and live streams on my channel as well. So if you're interested in that, I'm also starting my master's in creative writing this upcoming August. So if you're interested in that journey and what it's like to get a master's in creative writing, my channel is definitely going to be taking a turn towards that kind of content in the upcoming months. So stay tuned. I also was just on a Writing in the Wilderness retreat where I spent a month in rural Colorado, and have been doing some vlogs for that and editing. I have one coming out soon, but I'm having trouble with my video software, keeps glitching on me and won't let it download. So it's coming as soon as I figure out how that works. But I have 2 more episodes for that series coming out soon. So I'm excited for that as well. Sorry, I felt like that was really long, but it was exciting.
And the tech gremlins have been unkind to many this weekend. Thank you, everyone, for fighting them again, as we said earlier. But speaking of techie things, let's see. What are we doing as far as Scrivener? Like, I could have done a whole writing retreat on Scrivener, Tiffany. How'd you do it in an hour? I know it was a template, but how'd you do it in an hour?
Please introduce yourself and tell us the name of your presentation as well.
Me, or are we going here?
Well, I like to go clockwise, but I think Jenna skipped over, so it's okay.
Well,
okay.
Clockwise means you go in the number with the top 3 and then 4 being Tiffany. Sorry.
No, clockwise is a circle.
Hello, guys. I'm Tiffany. TL Rest Lifestyle is my YouTube channel, as well as for all the interwebs. And I did Scrivener in 60, which basically was telling people how to outline and do your story, breaking down Scrivener in about 60 minutes. So unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to write a whole story in 60 minutes. I mean, that would have been even more impressive. As you guys could tell, like, I can't come up with a story that quick on the fly. When someone asked me to type something and I was like, oh, I got to think. But I absolutely love it. I enjoy it. It was so much fun. I think 2 of the ones that I've really enjoyed for today was D.L. Tillery and Natalie Locke. Like, I love the flash fiction, and she just made it like she made me rethink how I do flash fiction. And I was like, oh yeah. And so both of them, like, they had great information, as well as I've just over the weekend in and of itself, I've gotten a lot of different because we're readers and writers, and I've gotten a lot of great book recommendations. So I have a whole new TBR to keep me occupied over the rest of the summer.
I think some of us have a whole new TBR. We feel like writing, not reading.
Oh, that too.
True.
Yep, definitely.
And last but not least, even though Tech Gremlins got us today a little bit, my dear, how's it going, Heather? Let's hear more about you, how the session went.
Yeah, I again, apologies for any technical glitches that may or may not have happened during my stream. But anyway, so I'm Heather Dewey Pettet. Let's see. I guess I'm doing a quick intro first. I'm a writer, editor, and artist. And basically my panel was it was a Q&A panel, and it was a premiere video. So yeah, we talked a lot about let's see. I was kind of mostly focusing on the fact that of focusing on other things, but we talked a lot in the chat about let's see. We talked a lot about editing process and such. And people had some good questions. Maggie asked a question. Remind me of your question, Maggie. But of one of your questions, she had a really good question about. Oh gosh.
I think a lot of them, if I recall them, because I got about 5 different questions in my head right now, and I'm not sure which one you're talking about specifically. Sorry to interrupt, hon. Now, I'm wondering if what you're talking about is the process where you got to come to us kind of telling us what to do for you. Is that the one you were talking about?
That could be it. Yeah, definitely. It's helpful, I think, when people know what they need, but I understand when authors don't know what they need. So that's when you can. There are various ways of working through that, and some editors have they'll have like a short Zoom meeting with a potential client, and I am looking into doing those sorts of things. That way, that way it's easier to find out if you're a good fit for each other.
All right, so we've got about 2 minutes
And that
left.
was another point too. Was
Yep.
We got about
you
2
have to
minutes.
find somebody who's a good fit for you.
We got 2 minutes before we're bringing on the next group, so we didn't get a chance to ask you guys which ones was your favorite one. So maybe if you just want to shout it out real quick.
I think a couple of them might have mentioned, though, to be fair.
They did.
I had a booked weekend, so I am watching all of them this week, upcoming. So if I remember, I'll try to post my favorite in the comments after I watch some more of them. But right now, the favorites were the ones I was in. So because those are the only ones I was in.
I think on both last night and today I've said what my favorites were for the day, but some of the ones that I want to go back and watch are Mama Maggie's, Ben Pick, oh my gosh, almost all of day one.
Merch, shirt.
Yeah. The publishing one, it was like yesterday morning. I can't remember the full title. I think it's MK Williams. Like there's Margaret Pinard's, because she was on at the same time I was, so unfortunately I couldn't go. I mean, I can, multitask, but not quite that well.
Well, thank you guys all for coming to the closing session and for, being part of the AWC. We're so very thankful that you guys agreed and submitted your topics to be here. And all of their links are in the description box below to their YouTube channel. So go check them out, subscribe to them. And everybody who is here, who may not be familiar with YouTube, who might have come from other communities, going to these creators' channels and, hitting that like button or leaving a comment or doing both if you feel the need, you feel that inspiration to do so will help these creators out for future content as well. So.
And you literally took the words out of my mouth 3 times there, Shannon. Thank you.
Oh, and we're on the same wavelength here. So we are going to say goodbye to Haley, Heather, and Tiffany. And thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you.
All right. And we've got our next group here.
Now, this is another lovely crowd, and we'll try to go circular the way Shannon prefers, because I'm not used to going that way. Sorry.
Hello. I've been doing it the same way for the conference.
Great to see you. It's great to see you. So, we have a pair of sisters on screen for us. How are we doing, lovely ladies? Maybe have your names and what you talked about on your channel.
So, my name is Adele, and on our channel, we talked about co-writing with another author, since we wrote Hunted the Mortal Kiss together.
You say the title wrong every time. It's Hunted series. Most of the first
You're
book.
so bossy. What's your channel?
Hey guys, I'm Nicole. My channel is The Blind Maid. And that's correct, you. And you do it every time.
But it's the book and it's pretty.
So, as far as your topic, co-authoring, it went well. I didn't get to see that one, unfortunately, so I'm double checking. That one went well, I take it?
Oh yeah, we had a lot of people join it, especially JD
Estrada.
Maddie joined.
Yep.
And a bunch of other people. So it was good. A lot of people had really good questions about it too.
Wonderful, wonderful. And then for Laura, how did your weekend go? What did you cover today? And things of that nature.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I finished editing the 5th version of my presentation at like midnight last night. Re-uploaded it. And then, so it went okay. My presentation was on writing descriptions that suck your reader in. So it was like 43 and a half minutes of pre-recorded, and then like answer as many questions as possible with my brain being half fried. So it went all right. But I loved it. It was great fun.
It's okay. I saw that Margaret got up at like 3 a.m. today to try and polish her seminar, which is really good.
Thank you all for such dedication. And honestly, regardless of when you joined in, whether it was earlier on or if you stepped in to fill in for someone as a presenter, thank you for sure. And if you want a good dose of horror, scare, I mean, adults might not consider it scary, right, Laura? Maybe kids?
Yeah, I was
As
just
far
like,
as-
think of Goosebumps.
I was just thinking of her stories and how epic they are. I love your writing voice, my dear.
I have an entire adult horror collection,
Oh no.
but my novels are middle grade horror.
That's what I was trying to remember. Exactly the age group. I apologize.
Oh, yeah, do you have me here already?
Nope.
All right. And then, of course, we have one of the 3 lovelies. I'm sorry, I'm double checking a setting there again. One of the 3 lovelies from a previous panel today. Hello, my dear. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm Julie from Pages and Pens, but I'm also one of the 3 creators of the Writer's Hive, which is just a group of women that try to demystify the writing and publishing process. So we did the best ways to improve your writing today. We did one of our live shows, which is the first time we've done it live. We usually pre-record. So that was a lot of fun. We just had a discussion amongst ourselves like we usually do and talked with everybody in the chat and shared information, which is our goal, is just to make it feel more like a community as we talk about writing and our craft.
Perfect. Thank
I
you.
would recommend the Writer's Hive. They're good.
Yeah, I was trying to mute it.
You're good.
I didn't do it.
It's okay. The tech gremlins are staying along for the ride a little bit there still, too. So, similar question as with everyone else. If you haven't said so already, especially, what was your favorite part so far this weekend? Like, is there something you're going to just rewatch again and again?
There's a lot that you just don't watch it, like a lot of them overlap. But I really like the one Ben did about imposter system.
Ooh. I feel like my brain has exploded. There's definitely a lot of good information. The one that really impressed me, aside from Ben, was Easy Graphic. He discussed researching and finding keywords for KDP.
Yeah,
Love
it's really
it.
sweet that you offered to help you since it's not really accessible for us.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point I didn't think about, because some of those services don't pay attention to disability accessibility because they're kind of still new. So good point. Thank you. Any others?
Yeah, I loved Evan's newsletter, just as somebody who's still growing my newsletter. So any newsletter tips is always fantastic as I get into the marketing side of things. And then I really loved Alyssa's querying literary agents and, finding a literary agent, because I'm definitely doing the querying. So it was nice to know that I was doing everything correctly, like why it's hard to do it. And then, there was the other one about how to query and put your pitches together. So it made me feel like I was, doing all the right things. And then obviously I've got to shout out Caitlin's systems, because she's helped me so much with my own. So hers and Becca's, I've already, taken a lot of Becca's courses, and I've worked with Caitlin very closely. So a lot of that was overlap of stuff I already knew, but they're so valuable.
Absolutely splendid. So did you have any to add there? It sounded like Laura was chiming in.
Well, I still love the second POV one from yesterday, but today the Scrivener one will be going back and going through the notes, and also Natalie's presentation on Flash was pretty well done, and I need to watch Ben Picks. So
I think all of us do.
Yeah, Richard was pretty good too.
Yes, Richard, you were hosting one today that I missed. If you need help with some tech gremlins, kind of, I guess that would be an entry point.
I know. I think the one that I thought I had to move gremlin her tech problem with Maggie during her presentation.
All of you have been troopers in those regards, for sure. So it looks like we are getting ready here in a few minutes to start winding down to the next point. Any final commentary before we get ready to do that next shift and some outros? And we have another group coming in, I believe. Right, Shannon?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys did an amazing job.
Yeah. Kudos to both
Absolutely.
of you guys. And
Thank you for organizing. It's been amazing.
Thank you. Alrighty, so if there aren't any more commentaries, let's go ahead and get some goodbyes in and start rotating out, because I have a feeling that some people are kind of starting wanting to get wound down into doing the feedback forms. I saw a note blip on the screen. You got, according to my clock, like 6.5 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's translating everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep.
As far
all the presenters who are on screen, you can find their YouTube channels in the description box below.
And if you have any, I'm sorry. If you have any questions that were not answered on previous lives or premieres this weekend, don't hesitate to go back and see if you dropped it in the comment box or not, because I don't know if YouTube's going to alert everyone that you got a reply, so feel free to check back through. You'll probably learn a lot more in the comments on the replay too, is what I saw someone else write earlier today.
Cool, good to know.
Alrighty then, my dear. So let's go ahead, and if there aren't any more commentaries, let's go ahead and wrap up an outro for everyone. Anything final you'd like to say? Shout outs you'd like to give? And looks like we have some of our panel starting to drop in. I'm sorry if I'm running a little early. Not intentional. Just trying to follow the flow of the combo a little bit.
Yeah.
People want to give away. I think that's what it is.
Okay, cool. I'll ask you all this question. I'm sorry if I didn't ask everyone else earlier the same question. Favorite giveaways in the chat, like which one you're hoping you're getting, maybe. That might be
Or which
something
one
to start
excites
thinking
you?
about.
I know
Let's
for
see.
me, the newsletter ninja books, the combo, yeah.
I think that's going to be a great resource that'll tie up a lot of things people learn.
Oh yeah, the thing Mr. Blandis made.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are called book inserts? Question mark? Is that
Oh,
what
the
he
book
called them?
insert. Yeah.
Oh, you're close.
And he does feature on his channel, I think, how not necessarily the whole process beginning to end, but blips of, it seems.
Yeah.
It's open until September 1st for post giveaway feedback. Keep that in mind. If you forgot to say something and want to say something, go back and add it, is what we're hinting at.
Yeah. And we'll be compiling the data after it closes in September.
Sounds fabulous.
Well, I can actually throw it up real quick, the merch that we have, or the giveaways, since we do have like 4 minutes before the next group here.
Yep, and I think we're waiting on 1 or 2 people still. That's okay.
No,
I'm sorry. It's flowing a little faster than I intended.
It's okay. Well, I think we've got everybody backstage who's for the next group. So if we want to, we can go ahead and let this group go and then bring the next one up.
And if you see in the upper right is what we were talking about there with the book insert.
Yeah, the book insert. All righty.
The Dear Writer You Need to Quit looks pretty good.
Yeah, I have that one.
I read that one. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm framing an entire creative writing curriculum around it for work this summer. So love it. Thank you, Becca.
I started listening to her videos on those topics on her channel after the conference ended last night.
It's a wonderful channel. I don't know why more people don't know that she's here on YouTube, probably, because Becca Syme is like in all the podcasts I listen to. Like everybody talks about her, even if they don't even have her on as a guest. They talk about her and the writer mindset and all of that. And I'm like, yeah.
She definitely has permeated different areas for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right. Well, do we want to go ahead and say goodbye to everybody on screen, and we'll bring on the next ones?
And that'll give us proper time to. Yep.
Well, do you want to do a quick outro? You don't have to.
I would love to, just to promote the Writers Hive. If you head to my channel, the description is there we have our own channel now for the Writers Hive, which is a new thing for us. We used to do it individually on our channel split. So we've kind of put everything onto one channel. It'd be wonderful if you came and joined us. I do writing sprints every Sunday night at 8 p.m. if you want to come and be a part of the community and get some work done. They're just productivity sprints. So you can be editing, writing, outlining, and that's on my channel as well. And you can find me at juliez.com. And I've got a book coming out in October. And my current book, my first book of the series, is on sale right now. If you want to pick that up before the second one comes out.
That's the one that's over her right shoulder.
Yeah. This one, it is an adult fantasy romance. So it is spicy. So it's not YA.
Gimme.
All right. Well, I am going to get ready to go and start looking at the winners, pulling drawing stuff. Jenna,
Perfect.
if you want to,
Good luck, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. And I'm going to go ahead and cycle a few other people off screen for us. Thank goodness the clip gods are working. And thank everyone so much for being here and dealing with my tech issues now. And we're going to, yay, we have both Mama Maggie and Morgan.
Hello.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we had you only audio or both there, my dear. Thank you.
I'm going to stay in avatar mode for this.
I mean, I can join you, but... So, Mama Maggie, give us an intro to you, and then we'll move on to Morgan right after, and also include what you did for your presentations. And if you want to kind of, if it naturally ties in, talk about the one you liked most or want to rewatch most, we'll go that way too.
I'm Mama Maggie Ward, independent and traditionally published author. I have books on Amazon for Kindle, and all my rough drafts are for free on Inkit because I understand Kindle is a little expensive. I have pages of notes.
Did you fill up a notebook?
All of them, from all of the presentations. I loved Morgan's presentation. It was awesome. that was my favorite from the other day. My favorite from today had to be Liz Ponder, the Blurb Medic. Everyone needs to immediately go and follow her channel. She has 10 subscribers. She only has 10 subscribers. She needs 1,000 subscribers. Her presentation was so spot on, and it was just I was like, okay, I'm not stream hopping during this one. I'm sorry, everyone else that was on parallel to her. I am just going to have to go back and re-watch. I think I bailed on Laura's stream like halfway through because of what was going on with the blurbs, because I was just like, oh, the blurbs are the bane of my existence. Please tell me the secrets.
Those are the best rabbit holes, though.
Oh, it was. Dale was amazing the first day. I really, really enjoyed it. Nia's stream on World Building on the Go, her information and her visuals were so spot on. They were just there. And the link she has a link in her video description to her Google slideshow. So if you missed her stream, or if you don't want to go stream it, you can go back and look at her Google slideshow. Today, I did Writing the Tree, a nonlinear writing story method. And there's also a link to a Google Docs in my show description and in my comments. I've stuck it up several times because there's a lot of pantsers who making the transition from being a discovery writer and a pantser to a plotter is, you can't just make that jump. It's a long thing. And this is a method that kind of eases you into it, because it feeds your pantser a bit thing about just this scene and that scene and putting all the scenes out, and then going back and creating your plot on your next pass to create your first draft. So that's what I did today. I went about 7 minutes over. Apologies. But I think it was a good stream, and I have about 6.3 hours worth of streams to watch from today that I didn't get to watch. And I have 3 hours of streams from yesterday that unfortunately I missed because of the power outages and stuff. And again, Jillian was so lovely and understanding about the fact that I kept blinking on and off. And as a mod, I'm so sorry. I live in the country.
You mods are superheroes, in my opinion, for real this weekend. For real. Some of you were dealing with horrible storm things, and same with presenters as well. Thank you for some of you who were joining us from parking lots during chats with premieres. And wow, just thank you. And I'm sorry if chat jumped on me a little bit there.
I saw that one presenter said that they were in the parking lot.
Yes. Some people were. I saw someone yesterday say, I literally went through McDonald's drive-thru and just bought my third drink so I can keep using their Wi-Fi. You didn't have to do that. We could have had you on the replay. Thank you for caring so much and making it a priority. And speaking of making things a priority, what about the characters we learned from Morgan this weekend? Morgan, my dear. As someone who writes diverse characters and has really feeling like no clue what she's doing, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's hear more about you, my dear.
Well, my name is Morgan Lee. I have a channel here on YouTube called Morgan Lee. Same name. And not yesterday either. Friday. Wow, I don't even know what day it is. Friday, I presented on writing diverse characters. So I did a little interactive kind of character creation thing. And those slides are also in my description if you all wanted to go back and download those slides. Those are there.
Thank you to those who added those either before or after. Thank you.
Yeah, because I was speaking very fast in my video because I wanted to make sure I said everything. So, yeah. And then for my favorite presentations today was definitely the blurb, because I do not like writing blurbs. They're really hard. So I'll definitely be going back to that one. And then Scrivener, I was kind of hopping all over today. So I caught some of Laura's, I caught some of Haley's. But yes, there are a ton I need to go back to. I didn't watch hardly any on Friday because I was really nervous about mine. So I didn't watch any on Friday. So I have to go back and watch all of those on Friday. So yeah.
I don't blame you whatsoever. I think a lot of us are going to need that team rewatch shirt. Just saying, Shannon. That would be some great, just throw it on a shirt with the logo. I think people might buy it. So as far as this is an odd question I'll throw out there right quick because we've got about 5 minutes or less until we go into the giveaways being announced. Do you ladies think you have ideas for presentations next year?
Oh yeah.
Already.
Oh yeah, already. And there are people that I'm like, I know you watched me starting to throw up the feedback forms as soon as Dale finished. For every presentation afterwards, I was hitting those feedback forms. And honestly, there are several people that I'm like, we need to do a workshop stream next year.
Yes.
We need workshop streams for some of these presenters because the information is it's amazing. Who is it? Easy Graphics. I only caught a few minutes. I have to go back and watch his stream on unlocking the KDP.
There
and the Weekend Publisher. Not that I need to write 95% faster, but yes, please.
It would help. You write so prolifically.
It's not enough. I always want more words.
Fair enough. A woman of a million words are working on 2 or done 2?
I'm currently my total word count is 2.45.
Wow. Morgan, for you, what's your ideas coming up next year? Because honestly, I think I could have had part 1 and 2 for you this year.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
I don't know. I can't think of anything at the moment.
That's a fair statement. For sure.
Sacco needs to do a workshop on writers' websites. Her stream on the writer website. I've seen her do these before. She is such a wealth of information and she helps so many people. So we definitely need her in for a workshop. Oh goodness. Tiffany, can we please have another Scrivener?
Can we have a playlist for Scrivener? You converted a lot
of
people.
On Scrivener.
Yes, if you ran through just like Scrivener tutorials, you'd probably have the most watched channel on YouTube. Anita A.F. Stewart, her panel was awesome. JD Estrada's panel was also very, very good and very important for bilingual writers who are writing in multiple languages on carrying their voice across not only genres, but language barriers. So that was excellent. And if JD's here, Team Double Dot.
Team Double Dot.
If you don't know what that is, you'll have to watch the stream. If you don't know what Team Double Dot is, you have to watch the stream.
Yeah. Yes. The inside jokes are already abound, aren't they? Oh, wow.
That's how you know it was good, when you get inside jokes from it.
I want to see Charlie and Nia do a panel together on that, Heather. Just saying. I also told Richard Holiday I wanted to see him and Kent Shawn do a panel together on their methods that they co-share in greater depth.
Yeah, that comment on genre-specific streams would be good. Genre-specific.
What Devin said.
Yeah.
And part of it was this year, we kind of went with what was submitted with us.
Yeah.
So next year, especially if you plugged it in the feedback form, even though it's closed for giveaways, you can still go and drop us a reminder note, hint, hint. Stuff like this, definitely. If you haven't put it in that feedback form yet, even though it's closed for giveaways, don't hesitate. Okay?
And tell us what you want to see. Definitely tell us what you want to see. And if the Google Docs and the Google Slide things are what you want to see, let us know. Shannon and Jenna have done so much work to make this an amazing conference, and they want to help other authors. And I'm just going to say it. We have a lovely little corner of AuthorTube. Not all of it is so lovely. And we have a community where everyone here wants to help everyone else.
Very much well said. Very much well said. So we are going to kind of truck right along approximately into the giveaway. So any final comments from either of our guests on screen before we outro and go into what everyone wants to hear most?
Give us the money. Show us the prizes. Come on, prizes. No, I'm not in for any. I just modded, and I was just happy to like vomit the feedback. But I'm so happy for everyone who came and everyone who's going to be catching the rewatches, everyone who was on all of the streams. There was so much discussion and everyone was so lovely. And Dale started the conference with such an amazing note of encouragement. And it carried through, and it's so happy. It makes me so happy in my little farm wife, goat mom, bee mom heart.
Thank you.
We can let them do their outros after we announce the first few winners that we've got on the script here.
Do we want to go ahead and do it that way? And
that's the way I wrote it into the script to kind of follow along.
Oh, I will cheerlead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Those will help us cheerlead. Yep.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So I'm ready for the ones we've got for the first part.
Okay, so I was just about to ask you, make sure I was waiting for my wheel to stop wheeling again. So for our first giveaway, I believe we're doing the $30 AWC merch, like gift card, certificate, however you want to call it.
Yeah, it's an AWC merch of your choice, up to $30.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
The winner is
it's D Brown.
Yay! And just to clarify, are you contacting them?
Yes, I am going to reach out to all the winners. Some we're able to go ahead and just give it to you right away, but other ones I'll have to contact you and then kind of pass your information off to the people who donated stuff. So, and then for some of these, one of these I'll need an address to send information to as well. So
for the book insert, you're saying,
book
right?
Insert, yeah.
Yep. All right, perfect. So then we are going on to the next one, and I believe listed here, it's going to be the ebook of your choice written by one of the AWC 2022 session speakers, up to $15 value. That winner is going to be
Evelyn Lab, I think is how it might be pronounced for the last name. Yeah.
Can you spell it right quick?
I wrote down Labbe.
Thank you. I didn't know if that was the same one I saw earlier today. I saw two with that last name. Perfect. And again, you'll go ahead and be emailed accordingly or contacted as needed. And then we're moving on to more ebooks. These are going to be for Tammy Lebrec's books, Newsletter Ninja Uno and Dos, 1 and 2. That winner is
Angela Drake.
Yahoo! Yes. And then, of course, for the book insert, if you were looking at the picture, it was the one in the upper right there. That is going to be made. It's made by Mr. Vlandis, and the winner is
Jessica Sayers. It says Sayers.
Perfect! Yay! Thank you.
And then he's very talented. He does some amazing artwork, as well as being an artist and writer.
And you also get one of his books for free with the insert.
I was just double checking if it's his book that stayed with, or if is it swap outable? It's not like
right. You can take it out and put your own in there, but he's included a book insert to I guess to give to the winner.
Yay! Perfect. Thank you so much for doing that and making that. Goodness. So, and of course, for our next one, I believe is the 12 ebook copies of Dale L. Roberts' book, Amazon Keywords for Books. There's going to be, how are you handling
I'm
all 12?
I've got all 12 written here that I've already pulled the numbers.
Perfect.
So for the first one is Mary Wembley. Yay. And the second one is, I'm hoping I'm saying this right, Manon Forcier. So the first name is Manon.
Perfect. Thank you. Especially for that spelling, because I wouldn't have spelled it that way.
And then the third one is Angela Cross.
Woohoo!
Number 4 is Tracy Cannoli. I think I might be saying that right. The last name is Canole.
well. Connolly or Cannoli? I'm not sure there.
I don't know either.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And next one.
Millie McAdams.
Woohoo! Thank you.
And then next is JD Estrada.
Yay, JD.
Wow. And
So
he's
a
been in a lot of
panelist
chats
and
this
a
weekend, too.
winner.
Yes. Next is Lynn Mapp.
Woohoo!
And then the next
Yes,
one.
you, Angela.
Yeah. And next one is Alyssa Matesic.
Ooh.
She was one of our speakers too.
wonderful.
So next is Jill Nielsen.
Ooh. Is that spelled G with like Jillian's or J?
Jill. Yeah. Next, the 10th one of the 12 is our very own Danette D.L. Tillery.
Yay! I'm going to sneak her in here since she's been sitting backstage. We'll give you a proper intro soon. Thank
I
you
have
for
to
that
watch
segue.
your stream.
Oh,
Sorry, misclick.
All right, we got two more. We have Luis, I'm not sure how to say her last name, Bahil?
Bahil?
Not really.
I know Louise.
Yeah,
I know Louise.
I recognize the name. I just wasn't sure how to say the last name.
She pops around in a lot of our sprints these days,
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I saw her in a lot of the sessions too. So, all right, and the last and final book by Dale L. Roberts, the ebook copy of Amazon Keywords for Books, is Ben Pick.
Wahoo! Another name we saw a lot this weekend.
Which
I'm
will
double-
help with his imposter syndrome. As he very, very creatively had his stream about.
Love it. So, did we have?
We have
one
the rest,
winner?
but we're going to save those for the next group of speakers coming on.
Yep, and I just brought DL in a little bit early. Since name came up. Hello, lovely. So thank you so much. Congratulations so far to everybody that we have covered in the giveaways, but we're going to go ahead and switch over to that last group like it was mentioned. And any final comments, goodbyes before we do from Morgan and Mama Maggie?
Nope.
Like,
just thank you.
5-day con next year.
Oh no, gosh, this was a lot for 3 days.
Shannon, dear, you had way more than enough for 5 days, and that's coming from a principal who runs these things.
I know that
as a
there's
second
enough,
job, so.
but do we
I
really
know.
want to run it for 5 days?
That's going to be the debate for next year. So let's go ahead then and definitely rotate out. Thank you, ladies. Bye.
Bye.
And I'm clicking. All right. Apparently my clicks are not coming through. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Well,
all right. So do we have any others? Heather came in earlier and Becca,
did.
I didn't hear.
Becca Syme. Yeah, I haven't seen her. So I mean, we just continue on, and we're actually going to start off with if you want to go ahead and do intros with DL Tillery, I've got two more winners I got to pull here.
Perfect. I was just about to ask what buffer you needed. So, my dear winner and presenter, how are you? Thank you for your patience.
This weekend's been amazing.
Thank you.
A lot of stuff going on. Ooh.
Like your presentation, tell us about it. Who you are, what you did, where you do, and what do you want to watch?
I'm author D.L. Tillery, the Mistress of Horror, and I presented the how to structure a short story and complete it for my presentation. It was really fun to do that. I did it in 20 minutes, so pat on the back. I did it in 15 technically, but I did manage to get all the key points in that I wanted to get in there, though I could go for days talking about that. But it was really fun. I'm glad people enjoyed it. Hopefully people will rewatch, and people who missed it can see it and learn something. I am actually going to put up some of the basics of the outline portion of that on my website for people to download so they can, it's kind of hard to necessarily take notes off of a screen. So I am going to put that up on there, and I'll do a video on my channel so that way people just get the link right away to that. But yeah, so it was really fun. The stuff that I really liked this weekend, it was so many. I took so many of the presentations and workshops and managed to get a lot in. Today, I actually got to do Tiffany Scrivener in 60, which I have never used Scrivener, so I was kind of like, well, this is interesting.
As someone who has watched the Scrivener videos, I'm going, how is she packing this? Oh, template. Even still, how are you packing this into an hour, sweetie?
is still a lot, and the Scrivener has so much going on, so I didn't know that. So that was a really good one. I did get to watch Ben Pick's Imposter Syndrome. I don't really have imposter syndrome myself. I did, especially when I first started being a writer that was going to put their work out. I definitely did, so it was definitely relatable. So I was actually glad to watch that and recall how I felt about those things. So it was very relatable. So that was very helpful. I think, like someone had mentioned, the mental track for writers, and it felt like we did have a lot of motivational stuff going on this weekend, which is helpful for us writers, because the mental part of being a writer is so important for us to even be able to put out content as a writer. So the mental part, like when Dale came on, that was very helpful to boost the whole conference off, because it was very motivational. So, and it was quite a few of the presenters that were very motivational. So I definitely liked that aspect for sure. And then I did get to watch Laura Nettles today, which is Laura is so good at the description thing. So way more of that, like forever. So everyone can use help in that department.
If you want DL and Laura to do a panel or something together next year, light up the chat right now, please. Just saying. Because that's something I would love to see. I would love to see you two bounce ideas off of each other.
Yeah, that would be fun. We actually did a podcast together. She had contacted me about doing a podcast, and it actually talks about mental health and horror together. And she's going to be putting it out. It should be coming out soon, but it was really interesting. We probably could talk for a way longer about it. But yeah, definitely I would be interested in doing a panel with her and talking about kinds of things. I already have ideas. Yep. I know you was like, do you have any ideas? I'm like, yes, I have 2 ideas already for next year. So I will be submitting, of course, and definitely talking about one of my biggest things to talk about is alpha readers and beta readers and what's the difference and how you use them and get them. So I will probably be presenting and submitting that to present. And then I was thinking about also a character development one that I like to talk about is in the head of a monster. So, because I write from the perspective of a lot of monsters in my writing, and that could be a human monster as well. So it could pretty much be the villain, or it could be what gets perceived as a bad character. So I wanted to present something that was from that perspective and how you get into the mindset of a killer, I guess, in some cases, because a lot of the monsters kill and eat and all kinds of things in the story. So I think that would be an interesting one for people to learn how to do that, because it's not always the easiest thing to get into that mindset if you are like the opposite style writer and something intrigues you to write something different than what you write.
And we had a panel on that a couple different times. It came up this weekend, and I think that's going to set us up to transition into the next little bit of what's going to end up being like the last 10 or 15 minutes of the conference. So Shannon, what is well, I was being generous. Sorry. That's going to include shut down the computer for me.
Right.
So
Gotcha. Well, I did want to note on that. I think it'd be an interesting cross section between D.L. Tillery and Laura Nettles and Natalie Locke doing flash fiction horror.
I didn't even think about that. That's amazing. Yep. Yes.
I do flash fiction too. And if maybe we can get a really interesting one with AF in there too.
Yes.
We're like the horror.
Yep, the horror panel.
That's right.
That'd be Flash really cool. Against the American Flash.
Yes. That'd be interesting. We have to talk about that one.
Alrighty then. So I think we are winding down. Are we going into our next big announcement or finish up the giveaways then to clarify, Shannon?
Let's first talk about next year's AWC dates. So we have those picked out. We don't have a time frame yet for applying, but stay tuned to the channel, and we will definitely put that out when those dates are going to open. But next year's conference dates will be, and we wanted to take it out of July because I miss being part of NaNoWriMo. So we are moving it to June 23rd through the 25th of next year. So
mark your calendar. It is going to be amazing. And I have a feeling it's going to be once a year and 3 days for at least one more year. You all want that. You know who to convince. Not I, her.
We would need a little more help if we were going to do this multiple times a year or longer, because 3 days is a lot. Me and Jenna have been running around. I mean, I think Jenna's a whole lot better at multitasking between the different streams than I was. But we would definitely need more help if we were to extend it out more.
Well, let me know if you need help. I did run a convention for about 8 years, in person, and I also transitioned it over to an online convention. So I had to run multiple host rooms with dancers performing and different people coming from different computers. So if you need any help or insights, then you can just contact me anytime.
All right, thank you.
There you go. So yes, everyone in chat, I see it going with the notes. Nice. Yes, get it on your calendars. We have mod tributes. Oh my goodness, we have mod tributes. I'm trying to keep up with the jumping in chat, but it seems like everyone's excited, so I'm not going to be able to keep up with that too much. And you do have so many volunteers wanting to get in. So if you're looking to volunteer, I have a feeling there will be call outs.
Yeah, there will be a call out for that too. Yeah. So, and I know the one thing that Jenna had brought up when we were trying to talk about these dates, we also thought what she had mentioned was, well, this is right before NaNoWriMo. For those who participate, get a lot of great information and get inspired by everything to head into NaNoWriMo. So
for some people, they need that last kick in the butt right before it happens, and hopefully we'll carry you to November.
But even some people were saying how they were inspired, like especially the second POV presentation, like, oh, wow, now I've got a story I want to write. So definitely get some great inspiration. All right. Do you want to go into, we can say the last winners, and then we'll do our outros and wind down.
Perfect. So for our next giveaway, of paperback copy, Becca Syme's Dear Writer, You Need to Quit, right?
Yes.
I think we've said that thing a lot in the last hour. So if this is the one you really wanted, your name is being drawn to be?
It is going to be Erin Foster.
Woohoo! Spelled E or A?
ERIN.
Thank you. So our next one on the list, also by Becca. Dear Writer, are you intuitive? And our winner is going to be?
Rachel Adams.
Wow. That's a name I see a lot on the regular and in chat this weekend. Thank you. Yahoo. So I'm sorry, I'm waiting for it. Thank you, word. Thank you. So Becca Syme's Better, Faster, Author Success, Quit Books Bundle, the whole bundle, not just one of the books, the whole
the
bundle.
ebooks though, not the
ebook version.
the ebooks,
Thank you. Is going to be?
I think it's Alicia Collymore Igbon. I think is the name. Yes.
Could you spell the first name for me?
ALICIA.
Thank you. Because I thought I saw one with an SH. That's why I asked. So, also moving on from that, I want to make sure I get this one in the correct order. We have another Dale win, don't we?
Yes, we have a paperback copy that he's offering up. Mm-hmm.
Paperback this time. Okay, the Amazon self-publisher. So if you're still feeling Dale's energy, the winner is going to be
Anne-Marie Lucci Stahl.
Woo! Okay. Awesome. And I see some cheers and yays. If they're not in chat and you have them, you're probably blowing them up right now. And I'm pausing a moment because we have a biggie to give out.
Yes, the big one, the last one.
The big one. Thank you emphatically to the producer from Books by Adrian, channel name Books by Adrian. Check them out, especially if you love everything about writing and tech and books and more. Check them out. They did donate this $100 gift card live during a Tuber Book Club event. So thank you. And the big winner, dun 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 dun.
Starry Night.
Woohoo! Yes. Thank you so incredibly much there, my lovelies.
We had like over 700 entries. So
I was about to ask you, how many entries are we at?
We were almost at 800. So it was a ton of entries. A ton of people were submitting feedback forms. Yeah.
Wow, look at everybody listening to you filling out the forms. Good job, everybody. Good job.
I mean, we've all taught in some fashion here on this screen, whether it be writing, dancing, and more. So we understand what it's like to kind of get people to do stuff on a
deadline. Fill out
deadline.
the form, like, listen, you had them entries, and they definitely did it.
Yes.
Yep. So thank you, everybody, for sure. I think our next moment is to
outros
and say goodbye. So DL, for you, my dear.
I'm author D.L. Tillery, the Mistress of Horror. You can catch me over on my YouTube channel under author D.L. Tillery. I know you probably thought I was going to say Mistress of Horror, but I did not. You can catch my podcast there once a month. And if you're interested in joining my newsletter, you can get the link in any of my videos to my website. And there, I like to send you out an email bi-monthly under the Layer of the Mistress or just the Mistress of Horror. I like to give you a little bit of a horror history in each of the letters. You get a free poem from me every month. And anyone who joins newly will be getting a flash fiction from me as well. So please go check that out. Check my website out. And keep up with everything horror over on my channel. If you're interested in anything horror or scary, check out Fractals, which is for pre-order over on Amazon. It comes out July the 26th, which is next Tuesday. So I'll be doing a launch video as well for that. You can buy the paperback the day it releases for $4.50, but the ebook is only 99¢. So if you want to be scared, then you know where to go. Stay scared.
Love it.
Love it. Thank you so much, my dear, for being here.
Thank
and
you.
Check her out accordingly. And click, are you working? Yes, it worked. Oh, did I cut her off too soon? I'm so terribly sorry if I did. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Did you want to go ahead and do your outro first, or would you like me to do mine?
No, I have you on the schedule to do yours.
Okay, I was going to say, because in my opinion, it should be her, given hers last, because epic idea. I'm Jenna O'Malley. Thank you very much for being here. And of course, this is going to be. Oh.
Okay. Well, is that it, Jenna?
I'm keeping it short because we're running behind.
Yeah. Well, no. So it's okay. So yes, thank you, everybody. Thank you to Jenna O'Malley, my partner, who took the time out of her schedule to work with me this year to get this off the ground and going. And thank you to our moderators and our street team for getting the word out there and, really hustling and working in those chats and getting that chat going. I mean, some of you guys were so great with the questions that you came up with to keep the chat moving, and we're just so blown away by all the help that we had to help us get this off the ground. And and thank you to all of our viewers for watching and coming to the first of its kind AuthorTube Writing Conference of 2022. And I think that will do it. Bye, everybody.
Take care. Be safe. Hope to see you again next year. Bye.